Hey, good evening. Welcome to my channel, the Underrated Doc. Your truth, the Underrated. What we got? Sorry. Let me say that again. Welcome to my channel, the Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the Underrated one. We got all jaws up in the piece. This is the Underrated Sports Talk number 40. Yes. It looks familiar. I'm back. Got my channel within a month ago. So we're gonna continue going. So all stuff that you missed and stuff like that, it's on my secondary channel, the number one grinder real talk. Hopefully I can bring all that back to this channel in the near future. But this is the Underrated MMA Sports Talk number 40. And hit y'all, one of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. And we're gonna get this going. This is the Underrated MMA Talk, Sports Talk number 40. Hope we got some people in. So anybody wants to join, please join. And we got some stuff we gotta talk about tonight. But let me read this out. Come enjoy a real conversation with the number one grinder. Us as the righteous ones, individually, let's make a change within ourselves, genuine being there for each other. We got. Remember, we got. I'm gonna hit y'all with this intro. And I be back.
Sometimes people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
What happened? Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Again, welcome to my channel. Underrated Doctors. This is the Underrated MMA Sport Talk number 40. So we're gonna bring my man George up in the piece. Welcome back.
Welcome. Seems like it's been forever since we had a little talk. I know.
I know. Yeah.
I know you've been traveling around the world here and there and back, but for those who don't recognize me, I am all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Man Talk, aka the Emperor of WMA Talk, aka the Emperor of Wrestling and Boxing Talk, women's boxing talk mostly. And also, I am also known as the Joker.
That's what's up.
Why so serious, son?
All right. Now, I also took a picture of my food that I'm gonna show you in a few minutes. And let me welcome everybody. All right, Jay West. All right. Thank you very much. And we got the one and only Snowman in the morning with Cole Johnson. Very soon, I'm gonna do a chop up with him. So I want you to watch out. And also, y'all can share your channel in the chat. Y'all most likely your mind, so you can share it out in the chat. So on Snowman, if you want to join talks of MMA, feel free. Let me matter of fact, let me put my email in the chat. Put my email in the chat. So and okay. Oh shoot, let me go back. So how you feel, brother? How you been doing?
I've been all right. Just living life. I'm also like you. I'm gonna plan a little trip in a couple of weeks. There's a bodybuilding event happened in Savannah, Georgia, and where I live at, I'm not too more than maybe a good 4 or 5 hours drive from there. But I'm not gonna drive. I'm gonna take a train, and I am going to my first bodybuilding show. I am hoping nothing pops off because always I'm waiting because I already reserved my reservation for my room. The tickets I buy the week before this, about the week of the show, and also I gotta order my train ticket. So if I keep it close and nothing pops off, I'm good. Because like I said, if you buy these tickets, you can't refund them. That's the shitty part about
How
it.
long you going? How long you
Um,
going?
just a couple of days. I'm gonna leave that Friday and probably come back that Sunday.
What day you move? What day you leaving?
It's gonna be that 9th of September. The show's on the 10th of Saturday. And then I'll probably leave that the next day.
Yeah, we probably. I don't know. It depends on it because I might be out of town even before the before I'll be out of town. I'll be out of town at that time. But let me get to these people. Jay West, thank you so much. Snow Me Man in the morning with Cole Johnson. Anybody that knows MMA, email in the chat. It's right there. Just let me know you email me, and I will most definitely will see the link. So anybody that wants to join, thank you, brother GP. Also, I want to drop your channel in the chat too, brother GP, and everybody else in here. So we back. I send the link to James and brother James, brother Watcher. I hope they get it and everything. And so matter of fact, let me go. We gonna make fun of this tonight. Cause you talking about that, yeah. We gonna um um see, I know you like to see that one. See, yeah, that,
He
yeah.
got what he deserved. He got what he deserved.
Yeah. And people don't know what you really talk. We're gonna spread into that. We're gonna talk about the fight, but I want you to get into that. We know about it because we talked about it on on my this channel, then my secondary channel. Now back on my channel. But I want you to see this. If you know what, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought about you, and I thought you know me. Underrated, I like to start trouble sometimes. You know that, but I wasn't gonna I wasn't gonna show it. I wasn't gonna put that on. But
Well,
you know me. I got to
uh,
know that.
well, brother, I missed you. I really do. And here's the thing about the situation, folks. If you don't know like this, as
Tell
you
me.
know, a while back, Joe Rogan, some stuff came out about, as you know, Joe Rogan, or I call him Ho Rogan. He's a comedian, a podcaster. Also, he's a UFC commentator. And he makes, there's a video that came out with him repeatedly saying the N word. And he does it in his podcast. And he tried to get other people to say it. Well, once that video came out, it was over a span of time. Also, the company made one time he went to a movie theater and said he was like the Planet of the Apes. Now, that's very offensive to me, especially as a black man, especially being a descendant of slaves.
Yes.
And what happened was that it was maybe about early this year, he gave a very pathetic apology. And this gentleman right here, as you know, this is Kamar Usman. He's a Nigerian immigrant who's been living in this country for a long time. He's a wrestler. He's a MMA champion. He was in UFC welterweight champion. He lost to Leon Edwards, who is also immigrant. But here with Leon, he is of, like myself, of slave descent. He lives in Great Britain. He's a descendant of slaves that were brought to Great Britain. Now, him and Usman fought a long time ago, and Usman beat him the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Edwards was hitting on a 10-fight winning streak. So he was the next to get the title. Now, Usman fought a while back, and he knocked out George Masvidal. He beat up Colby Covington twice, both those guys twice, and he was on his way to tying with the most title defense as welterweight champion, tying Anderson the Spider Silva. And this was going to be his fight that was going to get him into that in that spot. Well, what happened to him is, Edwards feint do a fainting left jab, and Usman moved to the side, and Edwards hit him with a head kick. Even though that Edwards get his butt handed to him in the fight, he came around like no more, like almost under a minute in the fifth round of the championship round, he got knocked out. Now, the reason why I'm enjoying this because the fact was, it said again, Usman sided along with another fellow Nigerian, Israel Alexander, by supporting Joe Rogan, saying Joe Rogan is my N-word. Like I said, these two men, what I learned is most Africans don't consider us part of them, a part of the tradition, because they're immigrants. They came here. We have a choice of country. In Underated, myself, my brother James, anyone who live in America, most of the majority of us are descendants of slaves that are brought here almost 500 years ago. And this man, we do have a genetic connection to Africa, but I'm like I said, I'm not African American. I'm black. And this man, he could have stood up and said, you know what, Joe Rogan, what you say was wrong. I'm not going to support you. And I think I can respect him more. And his problem is his last fight against Masvidal, he was booed. Majority of, as you know, most of the MMA fans are majority white. And he was booed. So I wouldn't want to stand up for anybody who boos me, knowing, especially of their every background.
And
So
let me say, and tell me if I'm right or wrong. Now, it don't go for Usman. It goes to Ismail too.
Yes,
Because
Israel.
he also used the N-word quite a few times, and he did not say nothing at all either.
Mm-hmm. And not just also other MMA fighters, because most of them got to get along. I can understand with their part. They took what they took. It was a silence there because that's where they work at. But still, some like Aljamain Sterling, he's the UFC bantamweight champion. He said like, he did not like what he admitted. He said it out front, and I respect Aljamain because you know what, Aljamain, like us, is a descendant. Even though he's Jamaican, he is a descendant of slaves because Jamaica was once French territory. Then it was a principality. It's now a principality of Great Britain. And he said he didn't like what Joe Rogan said. He said it out. Others didn't say anything because I understand that because the fact is they want to get along to make But that's one thing you did. But when you fully support somebody, if you don't say anything about that, I can understand because you want to you worry about your job. But when you stand up and put your arm around a man and said, "Hey, he's my N-word," I have no respect for you for that. And that's why right now we're waiting for Israel. Israel fought some time ago. He beat his last opponent, and I'm waiting for him for his fruit cake behind to get his be dropped.
You know what? Hey, what's going on, my brother? How you doing?
You call me? I can't see anything.
Brother. Good afternoon.
Oh,
how you doing?
All right. You know what? I ain't gonna do something before I show. I'm gonna show my full back, but this is the picture I love. No, not that one. Not that one. No.
That was a fight a few years ago.
Nah, your thumbnail made me laugh, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Excellent. You should go on my IG. I posted it in my story. You should see it because it is funny how I put it together. I might send you
the link. Yeah, send me the link.
I'll send the link. I'll to my you can just pop into my story, and
You
you will
know
see
what?
it.
You know when I see this picture, y'all. Edwards must have hear us in this country. That kick. It was a beautiful kick. You see,
It
look
was
at
a
it. Look at
beautiful
it.
kick.
It was a
It was a
beautiful.
beautiful kick. It was a beautiful kick because
It
that
was a
just
beautiful.
shows you that Leon Edwards didn't want to quit. He didn't want to quit, so he knew that was his last his last shot, and he threw it. What's his name? Usman took his head off the center line. Bam, put his ass asleep.
Oh, you like the thumbnail poker? He had them Star Trek eyes.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
just he
his
was out
eyes
like a
rolled
light.
back. He was out. He was out. I mean, props to what's his name for Leon for not doing a follow up shot, man. I love when fighters are out and they don't do a follow up. That's respect, man. But
Well,
Mm-hmm.
because
yeah,
he knew he
Usman
had him
was
out.
out.
That kick, yeah, he was
Yeah,
out.
yeah, he was out, man. He was out. But like I said, I don't feel bad for Usman. I don't, because like I
No.
said, he was
Tell him
sucking
why.
and driving
Yeah, tell him why, please again.
because he was shucking and jiving for Joe Rogan and all that shit. You know what I mean? His head was getting too big. He was saying, "Oh, well, I'm gonna move up to light heavyweight. I'm gonna fight for the belt. I'm gonna box. Canelo Alvarez. I'm gonna do all this shit." But you have a hungry fighter in front of you. You know what I mean? You're underestimating him. That's kind of disrespectful, man. And like I said, he paid for it. He paid for it tonight. He paid for it. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the kick again. Oh, I love that kick. I
Yeah.
love that kick.
He, like I said, he deserved what he got because you know what, he going to Dana White say, "Boss, you think I can get a opportunity to do this, boss?" I mean, no. Be a proud man.
Yeah.
And say, you know what, Dana, if you got me a fight, if you don't got me a fight, I'm cool. I'm gonna make my money whatever way. You shouldn't be, on your knees and begging for me. You can't be like Chris Rock from New Jack City. Or that, like Pookie is calling me. No. Best terminology is as like I like to do reference to movies, is the crackhead from Men's Society when he has a cheeseburger and he tells the guy, "I do anything if I no. I'm not gonna say the word, but you know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen Me in Society, you know that part.
Now,
And
before we continue, this is what I'm eating right now. This is what I made. I made some beef stew with some carrots, some sweet onions, some carrots. I said carrots, sweet onions, and celery. And and I mix it all up. It's real good. On the bowl, that's cheese, wheat cheese toast with some garlic on it. And then I got some spirit water in there. I got some Smirnoff, some little vodka, orange pineapple. Hey, look. Hey, look. I think this is appropriate of this.
So, are you gonna share it with us? You gonna share the food with us?
You're talking too much now.
you might as well forget about it. You ain't gonna share that. All I had was some broccoli and
You
chicken
come to the
with
gym,
water.
you come to the gym within 3 hours. Hey, I got you, but if not,
That's too much a drive for just for that. Nah, man, you better
You're
it's
get
good.
always
straight
showing
in.
your food. I mean, listen, you're always showing your food, so why don't you share with us? You know what I mean?
Y'all can
Hey,
say,
I,
you want me to tell you how good it is?
if I want to share it, I think I want to share as woman.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say this though before we continue that that I put the thumbnail up. It was gratification for me.
Mhm.
I ain't felt sorry for Usman. I didn't. I was
No.
happy. I was elated. I did. He had it coming, and it goes to show you when you overlook somebody, that happened to you. In MMA, you cannot do that. You got to be on your PSQs. And I'm going to tell you, Edwards had a plan. You could tell he had a plan. And everything was going to throw at him, it didn't work. He
You know
had
what
a
I like
game
about
plan. Go ahead.
what you know what I like about was that his corner kept him in the fight, man. they kept him into the fight. You know what I mean? They told him not to give up, and like I said, he pulled off that Rocky move, and now he's the welterweight champion.
Well, already Dana White's planning for a fight next year because this is going to be a great trilogy for his for Usman and for Leon, and I don't know. I'm hoping that Leon can hold his title if he can get past Usman again. Hate to have this be another situation like a certain double champ. But it's what it's going to be is that I think there's going to be if he does beat Usman again, they might either throw Jeffro Bodine's bastard grandson at him. You know what I'm talking about, or also who?
Jasmine, that overhyped dude.
Yeah, that's possible because I think that was the big fight they really wanted was Kazma versus Usman, but now that fight is done. I think that's not going to happen because I think Dana's going to wait to see. You know what? It'd be a bigger fight for a third fight between Leon and Kamara than it would be a fight between Kazmat and Edwards. And and they're giving Kazmat Nate Diaz, who should be what the hell? He is practically done. I mean, it's like with the fight with Paulo Costa and Luke Rockhold, who's pretty much he's pretty much a borderline Abercrombie & Fish model who's fighting MMA. And good thing he tied because you know what, like him and Cerrone and a couple of guys, they need to go ahead and just leave. Your time has passed. I know Dana only keeps it because of the fact of what they did back in the day. He sits on certain fighters over like George St. Pierce still contract, but George's not going to fight. He's not going to fight. Why do you want to fight? But for what? No, he just sitting on just the contract and what money he can make. And then you saw.
Let me ask you a question. Next year, if Edwards pulled that off, right? Let's say he beat Usman again. Do you put him up one of the great ones, or he still got some more to prove?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I would say, well, if he beat Usman again, he has to clean out the division after that.
I think he has to fight properly. Let's go from the lowest in the ladder. That's probably Masvidal. And then
Covington. He has to beat Covington. He has to beat Chasman.
Chasman, right.
Can't forget Burns.
Yep, Burns. And Bilal Muhammad. He has to beat all those guys in the top 5.
So all right. That's I'm glad you said that. Now, if he cleaned that out, then we could put him one of the great ones.
Well, he still be behind.
Well, like I said, go ahead, George. Go ahead.
He'd be right there. He would be right there.
Well, you still got remember, you got Anderson Silva was a champion for a long time, and right. That was the record that Usman was chasing after because Anderson has I think 7. The fight
it was 16.
16. Okay.
16.
Okay, 16. Ooh. And and for him to I think Edwards got a long way to go. He has a long way to go because he had 10 restarted, then beaten Usman that gives him 11. So and now he's a champion. He has to maintain that winning streak up till we got a top 5. So yeah, he has to maintain. He has to really maintain. That's gonna be tough.
But also, I'm glad you talk about it. Well, I'm concerned about it. Is that rat is gonna give him the fights? Because I don't think he's gonna give him the fights.
Oh, you talking about Dana?
Yeah, the rat.
Oh yeah. the you mean the hairless rat?
Yeah, right. I don't think that he. If I'm saying if Edwards is moving up to greatness, let's say, I don't think that rat is gonna give him the fights to be great.
It's like when it was a few months back, Rose Namajunas lost the fight to Carla Esparza for the title. And that really kind of drained out of him because I think he wanted to probably set Zhang and Rose 3, or possibly fight between Rose and, well, no point in making that Rose and Valentina fight, because we all know Rose would get murked by Valentina. They used to spar together.
Uh-huh.
And then, anytime when Dana had these dream fights he want to put together and they get defused, he dies a little. And I'm happy that he does die a little. And this fight is, he wanted to have between Kamzat, or how call him Cum Shot. I'm sorry, I don't love that. I hate Cum too, but
I'm George. I'm easy.
I'm sorry. But
All right.
Kamzat, he wanted that to happen, but the fact is that's not going to happen. I mean, I think if he probably doesn't want to set up that fight between Kamzat and it was just yet, because he wants to see that fight between Kamzat and truthfully between Usman. That's what he wants to see. He feels like if he put that fight between Kamzat and it was, Kamzat's going to take the title.
Now, before we continue, please share this out. Please share this out. Please. If you new here, please subscribe to me. Please subscribe to brother right here. And also please subscribe to all of us. All right? It's very important. Please share this out.
And hit the like button.
And hit the like button, because, besides Coach, you ain't going to get no MMA anywhere else. You're not. So, let me tell you, Young E5, he said, Leon get Masvidal would be a legend. I would be surprised if Usman lose twice to the same guy. I'll put it to you, Young E5. In MMA, you never know. There are sometimes a MMA fighter can overcome. Could overcome. They could get like once or twice, and then all of a sudden, if they fight like more than 2 or 3 times, sometimes it could switch up. They can have their number. So you never know. But I said like this for Edwards. When they fight again, they say it's next year. I was Edwards. I would step up. I would train harder. I would learn some nuances, because Usman is not going, despite how we feel about Usman, he gonna come to fight. And I'm saying like this: if he beat Usman again, we have to look at Edwards in a certain way. Despite I know he got ways to go to be greatness, but I'm saying on here, we gotta look at him in a certain light now. If he beat Usman one more time, because we gotta think, well, Usman still in they still consider him a top dog. Despite he got beat, despite Edwards defeated him, they still say that Usman's the top dog. They're not even respect what Edwards did to him. And that's sad too. And y'all can jump on that if you want.
The crazier part about it too is that Usman is going to be the favorite in the rematch as well. So Leon's going to be the underdog once again as the champion. But the brother who was talking in the chat room, you was fighting. He said Leon versus Masvidal would have been legendary. I'm surprised if Usman lost twice to the same guy. Well, like I said, that fight wasn't supposed to happen, but I believe that fight fell through, and we just never got it though. But yeah, that fight would have been massive, because there was a beef between both of them. I believe it was back in London when Masvidal, he punched Leon in the face, and Leon has been calling for that fight, but I've been hearing that the fight fell through. But like I said, that fight is still possible. But like I said, Masvidal, he has to get by Gilbert Burns, and that's a tall order right there, because Gilbert Burns could crack. He could crack. Right. So, but that fight is still possible. It's still possible. But like I said, Leon also has a tall order as well. He has to beat Usman again. So, but like I said, on the other side, there's still Kazmat, who the UFC is hyping up, which I am rooting for Nate Diaz to upset Kazmat. I think it's possible now. I think it's possible. But yeah, that fight between Leon and Masvidal, yeah, there's a backstory between that fight. But like I said, Masvidal has to get by Gilbert Burns, and Leon has to get by Usman for that fight to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. You gotta get by that. But now, Before we continue, let's catch up on it. There's a lot we lost. We left that we missed out. So let's talk about the matches that we missed, and let's talk about that.
Well, as you know, the big controversy of was it this summer was people thought Valentina lost to Talia Santos, which she didn't. She was just,
Oh, here we go.
even though hey,
Hey, here we go. Here we
did
go.
I interrupt you? Did I interrupt you? Be
Here
like
we
a
go.
child. Children should be
3-2.
seen, not heard.
It's coming.
No,
It's
Children should be
coming.
seen,
No,
not
3-2.
heard. Yeah,
No,
children,
3-2.
like I said,
3-2
now,
Santos.
what happened was Santos, even though she had a strength ability, she lacked the fighting skill. Even though she had Valentina on her back, Valentina still had the most strikes, and also her stamina is a little better. You would say yes. Ty Santos is bigger, but when you have that much muscle mass, it drains your body, and she was already starting to gas out by the fourth and fifth round. So this
that headbutt saved Valentina. That
no,
headbutt saved her.
that hit, but only did was
Here we
aggravating.
go, y'all.
She already
The
was
headbutt saved her.
smashed
The
in
headbutt
the
saved
eye.
her. She
The
was about to
headbutt
lose
saved
her
her.
belt. She was
She
about
was
to lose
about
her
to lose
belt.
her belt. She wasn't.
She was
wasn't
about to lose her belt.
She wasn't about to lose her.
That's
One
why.
thing.
That's why she didn't. That's
Listen,
why she
listen up.
didn't do that.
Listen up,
That's
little
why
fella.
she didn't do
Listen
that
up, little fella.
stupid. She didn't do that stupid dance at the end because she knows she lost that fight.
Nah,
The
she
judge
lose
just
that fight.
saved her ass.
See,
They
understand
saved
this.
her ass.
To
They
lose the
saved
fight
her ass,
is
George. No, I don't want to hear it.
This
To lose
is
the
the
fight, you have to lose
underrated
it.
MMA Sports Talk number
She
40.
didn't lose it.
Welcome back.
Like my man Vin Diesel said, beat a yard, be a mile. A win's a win. And she won. That's all that matters. Right now, Santos may not be able to come back and fight because two things going to happen. Right now, she has a lawsuit against us because she ain't paying her coaches. Yep. Another thing might happen is that eye injury is she broke her orbital bone. It's going to take her months to recover. And another thing that's going to happen is because she's married, she's young, she's fertile, she's going to get knocked up. There's a possibility. She got, if she does that.
I'm eating, man.
Hey, don't be eating while we having conversation. Put it up. Eat later if you want to eat.
No. I just mess with her.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
But you gotta remember like this: if she does not make the adjustments, Valentina would do the same thing. She will use her skill set, and that's it. Valentina is the overall better fighter. Santos may have the size, but size doesn't matter if you don't have the skill set. Even though she.
But why you don't think Santos have a chance?
She doesn't have the skill set. She's limited to when she had Valentina on the ground, she wasn't doing enough strikes. Valentina was doing strikes from her back, hitting the eye, and then when she even had top control, Valentina was hitting from the bottom. She wasn't doing anything. She's a strong girl. She beat girls like Roxanne Modafferi, who's already on her way out. She beat other women like JoJo no longer Carterwood Wood, and she was on her way out. She beat I won't call them bums, but she was beating women that were on their way out. And then I think the big push is the person they want to look at is Fariat. And Fariat might get the next title shot after she beats Caitlin Jakagan, who's on her way off to go ahead and start some babies.
Okay. Before we continue, let's welcome. Let me welcome TS Boxing, the family. How you feel? Long time no hit.
Yeah, man, long time. Just been busy with life and between jobs.
Okay. That's what's up.
How's everything been with you? It's been a long time, man.
Well, before I continue, let me tell you, T.S. Boxing, what happened was, my password to this channel, it wasn't really connected. So what happened was YouTube was giving me a hard time. So what happened was I had to create the secondary channel. Number One Grind and Real Talk. I'll continue. There's some MMA shows on there too. So that was like I was at this for almost 10 months.
Oh wow!
And what happened was
the notifications.
The YouTube they would not help me or nothing. So somebody looked out for me, and I got little by little I got this channel. I got this channel back within a month. So it's little by little trying to get back in the swing of things. So don't worry though. I'm back here.
Yeah. And George, I've seen you in a while, and X got you, right?
Yeah, I seen you right either.
Yes, sir.
So what is the update on your father? How's he doing?
Yeah, how you doing? Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's doing okay, man. He's The aphasia, is just, with aphasia, it's like you have to, you've got to put in the work, whether with the language skills. So his deal is he can read, but he can't write well or speak well.
Oh,
So he
yeah,
needs
because
to keep putting in that work to improve. And he's improved, but not like how he is. Like he's often on YouTube or stuff like that instead of really just putting in that work. And that's what it is. He needs to put in more practice. But
yeah, I can understand because my mother, she had a stroke, and she lost her use of her left arm, and she was dealing with other stuff, and she was still, and sometimes her hand would hit her involuntarily because it's just one of those things. But she was a strong woman, and she was, like I said, like I'm really like old cowboy. She was my woman, and I took care of her. And I can see you. I can say TS Boxing what you're doing. So much respect to you and appreciation. I think you appreciate it.
Cosplay uniform, and then on TS, this what I made.
You just
I saw Underrated. That's how I get down. That's a little something. I do my thing. That's be stupid.
Hey, Underrated, why don't you drop some Valerie pics?
You know what? I can't take you nowhere. You no good. You're bad
But
money.
this is one thing people don't know. If you don't know, Valerie Loretta is now with the WWE.
Yes.
Yes, she's left Bellator. She's on to WWE, and that's a good move for her because
wait, the one
NXT,
with the one with the fat. Well, a lot of them have fat asses, but she was with Masvidal, right?
No. She was cool with Masvidal because they're both Cuban. Her, Romero, and Masvidal used to hang out. She trained with Joanna Bojacek. I used to send her and say, "Don't stay around that Bojacek chick. Don't stay around that Bojacek chick." And and yeah, she does have a she's like 23, 24.
TS, man. Man.
Oh my gosh, she's just like, oh my god. I mean, she's there's a girl there in WWE. Also, her name is, I think it's a white girl with blonde curly hair. She got a fat ass too. I mean,
I said, Valerie, can I play tag with you, please?
Can I wrestle with you? We can put the ring here. And I'll tap out. I mean.
I type, you can pin me. I'm not playing.
I think wrestling when I was growing up as a kid, there wasn't that many women. There was only maybe a handful when I was coming up, and then now the last few years, it has really exploded. It's people like Jay Cargill, there's Bianca Blair, there's
I saw her do a chiropractic or whatever on YouTube.
Oh, you mean Jay? Oh my god, I couldn't be that chiropractor. I couldn't.
I couldn't be that kind of.
But brother TS, you know this kick, right?
Yeah. I saw this last time. I was pretty, I don't know what to say. Brother Watcher, he was talking about leading up, and a couple of other people were picking Leon to win this fight. I gave him round one, and I just thought he felt dejected after that. So you thought we were going to see, just another Usman win, and he pulls this out of the hat. And I knew immediately when he pulled out of the hat, I said, they're going to force a rematch, then. They're going to force a rematch.
Because Dana White, he really wanted the fight between him and Kazmat.
Yeah. And this is the direction they're going.
And Edward put a halt in that plan.
Oh yeah, right.
He did. Yeah. I gotta give it to the brother. He did what he needed to do. I mean, everybody was like underestimating him. And the thing is about determination. He took a whooping, but kept on ticking.
Yep.
He didn't give up. You
know what? And I'm glad you're here, TS Boxing, because I was saying to Brother George and brother here, in MMA, you could be beaten 4 rounds. It could be one kick, one punch, one submission, and that's it. And that's what MMA. That's what MMA is so unpredictable. Look what happened. His coach, like the coaches, was pushing him. Don't give up. And look what happened. Bang! Look what happened. Look. And I know TS. You see the thumbnail I put, right?
Yeah. He was. I at first I thought, I was like, yeah, he's hurt. And then I saw him wave it off, and I said, And And I looked at the replay. I was like, his right leg was twitching. His eyes went like that, and I was like, yeah, he was gone. And the funny thing is, I saw Cejudo. He did a short. He was front row, and he was with his manager. He said, easy money, Ali. Easy money." Ali said, "Yes, but not easy." And then they got up, and then that happened, and then Ali just sunk into his chair. He put his head down. He's like, "Oh."
Yeah, I mean, here's Cejudo. Burger King Jr. is the last one to talk. He walked away from the sport because
Yep.
he feeling himself too hard. I'm not a big fan of him. I mean, I know one of my favorite fighters, Chris Cyborg, worked with a while back, and a couple other fighters, but he's just, he's a decent wrestling coach, but he's just not a great person, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's since he beat after he beat Johnson, it just kind of went.
No, they gave him Johnson. They ain't beat Johnson.
Yeah.
They gave him Johnson. Yeah.
They gave him Johnson. That wasn't a fight that he won. That was a fight that the judges gave him. It happens too often. We've seen robberies. Like I said, we know we've seen enough robberies, and as long as we've been watching MMA, and that was a robbery. That was a robbery. That was. Okay.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Each one of y'all. I'm gonna start TS because you got here. Which fight that intrigued you this year? This past summer of MMA?
Upcoming that have happened, because I have a fight that I really want made happen upcoming. They've just gone mute on it. Do you want me to talk about that or the ones?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so the one that I was looking forward to all year, or really interested in seeing. I know a lot of people aren't fans of him, but John Jones, I wanted to see what he was going to do at heavyweight. I think he has the best resume on the roster. I don't think he's the same fighter he used to be, but it's funny how all these guys get close, quote unquote, or they're this and that, and they end up losing or retiring or something. It just shows that what he did, 23 years old. Yeah, Hua, Rumble. I talked to Watch about this as well. I was like, this was much about 2 years ago. I was like, man, these light heavyweights look great. Like Jan, Rakic, who else? They had fucking
Glover.
Reyes. They had all these big guys. Uzdemir at the time. I was like, they're great. And look at Teixeira basically goes and do. He was literally 30 seconds from winning that. Teixeira 5 years ago was like the company tune-up.
Right.
They beat up on him to try out new things or just to get back in the winning circle. Gustafsson, Rumble, all those guys. And look what he's done. So it really tells you what Jones did back then. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, John was pretty good. He beat DC twice, and then there was a good, and also he got by what's the face?
Reyes, Thiago Santos. He beat it. Leo Machado. He beat it. Chael Sonnen. He beat it. Rashad Evans.
Yep.
And he beat a lot of.
He beat
a lot of
Rampage.
Rampage.
Yeah, only fight that really hurt him was that fight against the guy who was deaf.
Gustafsson. There you go.
Don't forget Gustafsson. He beat him twice, and the guy that hurt him, the one fight that hurt was the guy who was deaf. He hit him with the elbow, and and I don't know what was that. I forgot who that guy named. I just that was a win, but they just for whatever reason they disqualified him that was a mess.
Oh, you talking about Anthony Smith?
Yeah, I feel not Anthony Smith, the deaf guy, the guy that was deaf.
Let me bring it. The guy they DQ'd him for.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. Let me bring up
because he beat Ryan Bader.
Yes, Ryan Bader early. That was a really good
one. Yeah.
Because he won stuff.
Yeah, because I think I think the deaf guy was right before or right after Bader.
Oh, I know you guys talking about. I know what you guys talking about, but I can't remember his damn name.
Matt Hamill.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
They DQ him because he did a 12-6 elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, did he have a run? But yeah, I was really looking forward to that. But as far as fights that happened this year, I'm kind of forgetting. Everybody's gonna say that it was crazy about the the Nunes fight the first go around. Yeah, but I mean, Pena's striking, dude. Questions need to be asked, man.
I think with Juliana, she's a good wrestler, but she has to stop doing you can't do like Rocky Balboa, drop your head and let him hit the top of your head. You have to. She should step back.
She charges at people like
yeah,
just her elbows are like 9 degrees, and she's just like pushing her punches as she runs. It's just cringe.
She did the same thing with GDR, and GDR submitted her. And GDR never submitted to anybody. Jermaine, she knocks out most girls. She beat them up.
Yeah.
And that fight with Valentina, she was doing pretty good with Valentina, but Valentina is the I know X don't want to talk about this, has the best skill set. And she took her out and submitted her, and it was over.
Well, like I said, I'm happy that Pena got her ass whooped.
Yeah,
she was. Well, I was happy she beat up Amanda Nunes' ass too.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, though, but a lot of people ain't gonna talk about the first fight. A lot of people gonna talk about the second fight.
But people gonna remember the first fight. They may not talk about it, but they remember.
Like I said,
but she submitted.
Like I said, if they fight again, and Amanda Nunes clap that ass again, nobody ain't gonna talk about the first fight anymore. They're gonna talk about the second and the third fight.
Yeah, but it took a while to beat her because went 5 rounds, and she got put out by Pena in the second round.
Yeah, but Pena got dropped 5 times.
Yeah, 5 times, but she still kept beating up.
Yeah, but she got her ass whooped.
Yeah,
she got her ass whooped.
You sound like
I don't want to hear it.
You sound like that. Oh, you remember? If anybody remember, you remember. Underrated. Remember the movie Coming to America?
George, at the end of the day, George, at the end of the day, 50-43. 50-43.
Whatever. But 43. Underrated. Remember the part in the movie Coming to America, and when we're talking about the Joe Louis and Eddie was like the old Jewish guy. He was the barber too, and the old Jewish guy said, he beat Joe Louis's ass. That's Exa. He's the old Jewish guy.
50-43. 50-43.
You can have that. You can have that.
Got her ass whooped. She got her ass whooped. And I'm going to say it again. She don't deserve no rematch. She don't deserve no fucking rematch.
She had a nick on her arm. She tapped out. She tapped out.
I don't care about that. She don't deserve no rematch.
Why you so mad?
She don't deserve no rematch.
Why you so mad? She
got her ass whooped.
She did a both.
50-43. Knocked down 5 times. First champion in U.S. history to get knocked down 5 times. That's fucking embarrassing. She got her ass whooped.
It's still embarrassing when your champion gets submitted and you didn't get choked too hard. You just quit.
Hey George,
that. So close the book. We're over. Let's move on.
Let's talk about more of the fights that happened throughout the summer. All right, so
I think
again, smash the like button. Smash the like button, please.
Well, Dominic Cruz got head kicked.
Yes, I
saw that fight.
That guy, he's another one who he just thinks he's on some other plane.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about himself in third person, and other people gas him up. He got put away right with that kick, and this time he can't complain. He's always complaining about a loss, or it wasn't this, or wasn't this. This time he couldn't say anything.
And thing with Cruz, most of the guys he fought are like guys like are retired, like Faber. Yeah, Faber. Most of the guys are gone. Mm-hmm. He's just, I know, just go ahead. You're making good money as a broadcaster and commentator. There's no point for you to keep fighting. I think one part of me, he lets Dana White gas him up. I think Dana White, certain fighters he keep on say, hey, you want to keep on fighting? You want to keep on fighting? No, I say, you know what, Dana, I made my money. I did what I did. I can't keep up with these guys, these young guys coming up. I think he's 37, 38, and you're trying to make 135, and that's hard when you get older. It's hard, I'm telling you right now, I'm 47 years old. I'm losing a little weight because I'm exercising, trying to eat more healthy. I say junk because I can't help it because it's a bad habit to weight. But it's harder when you're trying to lose weight. When you hit past 30, it's gonna be a lot harder for you, and try to make. I just saw a fighter by the name of Shannon Young. She had to be hospitalized because the fact was she couldn't, because of her weight cut. it's gonna really start getting to you when you get to that older age. Either you move up to another division, which he won't be good for him either, because he get killed at 145, or you move on. Or we just saw, Jose Aldo just lost the fight, and he's another one that's been there too long.
I don't know why he was gun shy though. That was weird because that other guy, dude, is way smaller than him.
Yeah.
It's just that, like I said, it's age.
I don't know what was going through his mind last night, man. It was just weird seeing Aldo. He wasn't his usual self. It was fucking weird.
I think those back-to-back butt women by Conor McGregor really not affected him. I mean, it's also CT and all that stuff. He's getting up there. He's another fighter that's been there too long now. And you got to think about, he's from Brazil, and he's probably fighting like dozens of fights over in Brazil, fighting here in America, taking some back-to-back losses, getting beaten up. His day has passed. Like Tony Ferguson, a lot of these other fighters. I mean,
you saw who they're putting him in against. That's next, right?
Who?
The Leech, Li Jin Liang, the Chinese guy at 170.
Li Jing Dingling. What is it?
Dingling 280.
Dingling. Oh my god.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I just remember because he's moving up to welterweight.
Oh,
that's the rumor. That he's moving up to 170.
You mean Tony?
Yep. That's
he's
the rumor.
Supposed to move up?
He's moving up.
Yeah, that's the rumor that I've been hearing, that he's going up to 170. Dana White said it's not official yet. He said it's not official yet, but
okay.
Well, it's just like with the Diaz brothers. They that fight that Nate had with Robbie Law. Both of those guys are past their prime. I mean, just
that was Nick. That was Nick.
That was Nick. Okay, not Nick. Sorry, I got confused sometimes. These fighters who are getting past their primes, Cabo Cerrone finally retired. Like I said again, Luke Rockhold got retired because he's an Abercrombie & Fitch model. Might as well say, he was nearly getting beat up by Paulo Pasta. And that guy was because he's overloaded up. He doesn't have no stamina. And with Luke, he's just old. You got to think about it. I think he's pushing 40.
Oh yeah,
and
I've never understood the big hype behind him, like
because he's a pretty boy. He's next to George St. Pierre. He's the prettiest male fighter they got. And Dana White, he has a particular fondness for certain fighters.
Sexual,
probably.
I believe
he might swing both ways.
You talking about?
Yeah, but he can't hold on to a woman though.
Yo, but I'm saying you gonna tell me that
he got a wife to get hold on to her.
But I'm saying you gotta tell me that liquor is harder than him. That's you saying?
Like I said, some guys, especially rich guys, they have some train shit. They are.
Yeah, I tell you, there's a lot of sweet flower ones out here, boy. A lot.
He used to be a Don Juan, but now his name is Twan.
No, they Shani. That's their name, Shani.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think that they should really start clearing out some of the old fighters. You should, once you look at your contract and say, okay, you've been fighting here for about 10, 15 years, and sit down with them, say, like guys like Dominic Cruz, guys like Aldo, guys like Tony, also fighters like Holly Holm.
Yes.
Also a few more that say, what, you've been doing pretty good for the company.
That Sam Alvey guy. Why is that Sam Alvey guy still there losing? Steady losing.
No, he got cut.
He got cut.
Yeah,
he got cut.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of fighters that right now, like remember, Holly Holm was on a 4-fight losing streak, and they still keep it because the fact was she beat Ronda Rousey, because she fits the white male fantasy too, because she's blonde, tall, tight butt, whatever else. That's what they want to see. And now she's getting to the point where she's halfway drunk. She her husband, he wanted to have kids. She didn't want to. He left her. After that, they could say like, oh, she divorced him. After a while, a man, you marry a woman, you marry her because you love her, but you want to stay in your line. You want to have a family. And there's no point sticking a woman who's just going to be okay. What's the point of us being together? I mean, I love you, but I want to extend our line and keep our family going. That's the purpose of marriage. And I know some people who are together because they don't want to have kids. I respect that. But the fact is, if you marry a woman, you want to, have something that represents what your marriage is. That's children. And and like even men, we have biological clocks. They'll start clicking. One thing I know, one thing my grace, I never had children myself. My sister, she goes, you're not too old. You're not too. I'm almost 48. If I wanted them, I could have had them when I was in my 30s, where I was still young and more vibrant. But I couldn't be running around after chasing lots of kids now, especially two bad knees and a tear in my shoulder.
Oh,
Yeah.
please. There's women out there like that. Like that. You stay home.
Where's the other
Like stay home,
man? Where I live in a very small town. Half the people in this town I'm related to. The other half is another state next over I'm related to. I do go to Planet Fitness and work out, but you don't go out there and pick up women. You just go over there just to work out. I see some
no,
good
no, you
girls.
don't have to pick up women, but they're gonna say, "Oh, look at Joe. Women like when a man works out. Oh, damn, nice muscle. I'm 48. Maybe I can get your knees strong. Maybe you need to pay them. Let me no. Let's just start getting some. Let's get back to MMA. See, George, you start me up.
Okay.
No, but let me ask y'all a question here. What is the status of MMA now?
It's still going pretty good, might as well say.
Better than boxing. That's all I can say.
Truth.
Shit. We get fights.
Mm-hmm.
MMA is getting to the point where it's like, shit, like what fights did we not make yet? I mean, it's kind of everything's been, is kind of already being made, other than the only one I'm looking forward to is Jones. It all depends if he gets back or what happens with that. But pretty much all, like, look at middleweight. Yeah, I mean.
One fight that I think people really want to see is this the hype job. You know who I'm talking about? It's the hype job.
Yeah.
She's running her mouth.
Yeah, Kayla Harrison.
Mm-hmm. And she's talking about, she's the queen of MMA. I saw this. Somebody posted it. You're not the queen.
I seen that too. Yeah, I seen that too. I don't know how.
You're not the queen. You are more or less a pauper. You still you was training with Nunes, and after she beat up on you, you didn't want to fight her. Had the opportunity when you're a free agent from the PFL to fight against Cyborg. You didn't take that. You did win over to Invicta and fought some girl who was just not that good. You just, and then your last fight, all you did is bull rush the girl. She just bull rushes. And she gonna face an opponent that's gonna really see that and take advantage of that bull rush. You're gonna like knee her in the face. She has a jaw like Dick Tracy, but she got to understand that you're not. When she first started, she was pretty humble, but the problem is people gassed her up, filled her head of that she's the she. What happens if she loses? She's gonna be as bad as Ronda Rousey when she lost, because they both have that. They both trained together. They're both Olympians. They're both judo experts. They have the same mindset. When Ronda lost to Holly Holm, we didn't see her for like 3 or 4 months. She comes on the talk show, talks about she was suicidal, and then she comes back, she fights Nunes and gets her tail handed to her, and then runs over to WWE. And now she's not even supposed to be wrestling WWE anymore. She just got knocked up, had a baby boom by it. And Kayla's that same thing. She has that, but with Kayla, she went through some stuff with sexual abuse. I think she's really trying to get under that. She has some issues. She needs to check those issues taken care of first, but she got to understand this is a sport in which that you really have to fight. The best fights the best. And you're not fighting the best. You're fighting a lot of women who are, just soup cans, a lot of women who never been in any organization outside of the UFC. Waitresses and cocktail and
baristas, Starbucks baristas.
Well, there's some good fighters over there, but the fact is that they need to be someplace else where they can really really work at their talent. They're just using them as just fuel for Kayla Harrison.
That's good. Yeah. In a few minutes we're gonna wrap this up and everything. Because I know that it was kind of late and everything. I know it's been a while. I know but as Scott J, he was going through some things, and George, he was going through some things. And me, I was in the transition. I was going through a lot myself. And but we do want to have people to come is very important. So that's what we always say, to share this out, share this out, share this out. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you this. I thought when I came back that I was monetized, but they said I didn't have my 4,000 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
YouTube's weird. Just like
I thought I already have.
yeah, because
just
they
like
see.
just like hold on, let me say that. Just like I called you, if you guys didn't know what
Mhm.
happened to me, my channel got hacked. It was a month ago. It was a month ago. My channel got hacked. I don't know how the hell it got hacked. Like I said, I had step verification. I had all that shit. I had all the security and shit. Woke up, like I said, like 800 of my videos were deleted. Somebody was streaming some Bitcoin shit, and I tried to contact YouTube. No help whatsoever. You know what I mean? So I was on the trend of deleting the channel, but like I said, thanks to Underrated, George Page, and the coach for talking me into it. But you can't really depend on YouTube for help. If you're a small channel, YouTube is not gonna fuck with you. They're not gonna fuck with you. And like I said, if you was a big channel and you was making money from it, they'll help them ASAP. But if you're a small channel, YouTube ain't gonna fuck with you.
And
Yeah,
even I got over 2,000 subs. They
well,
still
that's not
didn't help me.
enough.
That's
That's
still
not
not.
enough.
They still ain't help me.
You gotta be
No,
reaching to about at least over hundreds of thousand subs. When they give you that little plaque when you hit that
that little check
amount,
mark, yeah,
Oh yeah.
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 And me, my channel, I am growing, but it's like I really appreciate the people that really subscribe. They do give me some, oh, they do me some little bones every now and then to build my channel up with subscribers. But I truly appreciate the people that truly subscribe to my channel. The ladies who are in bodybuilding who subscribe to my channel, brothers like you, XA, and Underrated, and the coach, and all the others. And I'm like I said, I've just did an interview this afternoon with a lovely lady who
Mhm.
is a bodybuilder. She just transitioned from another division to another. And also I'm doing some stuff out there. I'm really trying to do more, give some more, people get some information on the sport of bodybuilding. Like my man Underrated, she came through one of my live streams. I really appreciate that. XA comes through one of my live streams. I really appreciate that. I have people telling me, said, man, George, I really didn't really know much about bodybuilding until you started talking about it. Because in fact, it's a sport that's been, I'm mostly, like I said, my channel, I focus on the ladies. Like one of the main news I tell like this, there's 20 women channels dedicated mostly to the men, but so few dedicated to the women because they put just as much work and they put as much time. They don't get as much recognition. And I talk to ladies who also in MMA and MMA women. I said, you know what? Some of you ladies in MMA, I like the women in bodybuilding. You don't get much recognition because the fact is you put in as much time and put as much work. Compared to women bodybuilding, it's more expensive than compete because a lot of stuff they got to do and what they have to put together. It's about the same also women bodybuilding in MMA. And then there should be some guidelines. Like I said again, I saw that Shannon Young, who supposed to fight Mariah Mavic on that same card, she had to drop out because of weight cut issues. You got to remember, women's bodies are different compared to men. Women have a higher BMI than men. Also, weight cuts for men. Sometimes there's some guys that get sick, but I think with men because we have our bodies are made for battle and breeding and all that stuff. We don't have as much muscle as much fat. It don't take us long to drop that weight. That's one thing about bodybuilding and women in MMA. It's dangerous if they go below a certain body mass index because it could hurt them. It messes with this. Like I was talking with Capucine, that's her name. It messes with your cycle. It messes with also affects your mind because a woman feels like a woman when she's how her body is.
Yeah, exactly. What we're gonna do, we're gonna close this out. So we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna start from and I want all y'all to stay until I make my last song. And I want you to stay after I close this out because I want to talk to you about something. But TS Boxing, Escotcha. No, we're gonna do it like this. Brother George, go first, Escotcha, then TS Boxing. I want all y'all to stay. And then after I do my last remarks, close it. I want y'all to stay. Yes, gotcha. Stay.
All right.
Stay, boy. Stay.
Stay. All right. Oh George, please, last remarks.
Well, brother, it's been a long time. Shit, Dennis. I do generally miss this. Talking with some fellas, we're talking about MMA. I don't like I said, I'm really been really focused a lot on my bodybuilding, but I do some videos. Just the just Friday, I watched a fighter who I did interview with back by the name of Daniel Wynn. She fought against Pearl Gonzalez. You know Pearl Gonzalez. She was in UFC. Then she was Invicta. Then she bare knuckle boxing. They both made their boxing debut. I want to say shout out to Danielle, and also I'm a big fan of Pearls, and also Pearls. But I do appreciate we come out here and talk about this sport. Like I said, growing up, I was more of a boxing fan. But in the last few years, boxing has really fallen off with Roy Jones gone, Mike Tyson gone. You know, all the legends I used to watch are retired. The guys who fighting now don't fight for legacy like they used to. They fight for money. And that's the sad thing about boxing. But MMA, even though it's still a bit of a raw sport, these fighters do deserve to get paid a little more because, you know, they risk their lives. Some of them end up with some injuries worse than boxers. Because you got to think about it. They're not just getting hit with fists. They're getting hit with arms, elbows, knees, all other appendices of the body. And then they go through financial struggles. But like I said, my man Underrated, I'm glad you get your channel back. We're hoping maybe we get you back monetized. And also shout out to my man XA Gucha, who is a Nunes fan, a double champ fan. And shout out to CS. I hope you and your dad's doing well, and much respect.
Yeah,
to
we
you.
got much prayers. As a matter of fact, what we're gonna do tonight, we're gonna dedicate this live to your father, T.S.
Oh man, that's all good. I was actually surprised you guys still remembered it after all this time. I was like, oh. You know,
we didn't forget, man.
We didn't forget. We've been asking about you and everything.
Yeah,
and also,
forget.
and also, yeah, exactly. Before I get to Miss Watcher too. I'm trying to get Watcher too. I've been reaching out for him. I hope everything all right with him in Australia. I see him often, like here and there and everything. But before I get to you, I'll wait till I make my last one. Go ahead, Scott.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say it's good to be back. Talking to you, bros, again, man. Like I said, I missed the brotherhood that we had this every Sunday. Like I said, it's good that we all back together talking some MMA, you know. And I'm happy that Underrated that you got your channel back, man. You know, because I know how much you put a lot of work into this channel, and like I said, I'm happy for you, man. And also, I'm happy for my big brother George Page as well. His channel is blowing up like crazy. And I'm happy for my brother T.S. Boston too, man. It's good to see you, brother. And like I said, I'm just happy that we all back together. And like I said, I hope that we go back to our regular schedule. I hope we can get Brother Watcher on here as well, so we could talk this talk more and more, man. But yeah, man. I just want to say thank you, Underrated, for bringing back this MMA talk, man. I love talking to you, brothers, on this Sunday afternoon, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, TS Box.
Yeah, man. No, sorry I came a bit late.
You're always late.
Better late than never.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on.
Right.
It's been a long time, and it's good. We keep continuing this, man. Thanks for your prayers, all that stuff out. You know, whatever happens. You know, it's in God's hands. So it's, you know, all of us go through something, so it's not, you know, anything different. But yeah, thanks for thinking about me and bringing me on the channel, and just being able to talk with you guys. It's good, and we hope to continue.
Listen, man, we family. Before I could talk, we family. You gotta understand. You TS Boxing, we family. You know what I mean? You part of the family. We gotta make sure you're all right too. Inside the space, outside of space, and then we know. And brother Escacha and George Page, we always ask for you and your father. You know, we has constant prayers, so we always make sure that you okay and everything. And I will say this to people again, that please share this out. Besides Coach, there's nobody in the space. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, yo. Besides Coach, hardly nobody don't talk about MMA.
Well, there's quite a few more, but it's like
probably a few more. Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys support that too.
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
No, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the outside. You guys support that too.
Yeah, I broke my back Spinal.
That's
That's
it.
my man Claire's clean,
You
man.
know what? That fancy. There you go. CT Jordan. I don't know what's on. He must have drunk something tonight, and I never known it. But
I'm just crazy.
I just, I just want to let you know that even the ones that here outside, yes, this is. Oh, they say you got some. These are my reading glasses. These are my reading glasses and everything, and also like So, but I would say this that little by little, I'm getting my channel back. So it's going to be some things that that's going to take time, and so just bear with me to get the time because the schedule has changed and everything. Now, the number one grinder real talk, I will do some on that channel once in a while. What I probably might do, while I will do in due time, the series that I start from here that I also had to put it on the secondary channel. I will bring those back, but that's gonna be laid down the road. But I'm back here, so the ones that subscribe to the number one grinder real talk, you hear me right now. This is my main channel. That's not my main channel. This is the main channel. So I want you to go subscribe to this channel also too. Um, there are some stuff that I gotta continue. Boxing, I don't. I will continue boxing, but I don't know when. I feel I should be, people will ask me to do it, I will do it. MMA, that's gonna be continued, but that's gonna be I gotta get the timing down because things will happen. The brothers, they got other engagements and stuff. So it might so sometimes so I said for now it will be 7:05, but it might be like 8:35, maybe 9:05. I'm just saying it really depends. Cause we trying to get more people to come here. Now if there's none happening, I ain't doing it, but we ain't doing it, but we're just gonna see what happens and stuff, and it's gonna be some great matches come up. We're gonna stay tuned for that. But I'm just saying, y'all, if y'all want more MMA, support the ones that do MMA. It's very important, especially in the space because it's not that many who do MMA in these spaces. So you gotta support it. Please support it. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. It's very. Oh, what's up, Sue? To you, big bro, little bro. I appreciate. Thanks for coming. That's my day one brother right there. That's my day one brother. I'm gonna hit you up when I finish in a few, brother Thomas. I'm gonna hit you up. So stay tuned for that. And please share this out. Get it out to other people. And I want you to go support Ojo's page and make sure get his numbers up. And Scotcha, get his numbers up. And also TS Boston. Get the numbers up. And everything. Very, very important. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Anybody that is traveling to your destination or home, take extra safety precaution to protect yourself because the climate out there is real and we don't want nothing to happen to you. And also, we are dedicate this live to Brother T.S. Boxing, his father.
I mean,
And it's
thank
very
you, but
important.
it means a lot. I'm sure you've got on it, George. His mother is going through some stuff, and
Well, my mother passed about 2 years ago this
oh,
summer. So
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, T.S.
yeah,
Boxing. My
yeah.
brother, I did a tribute to my. That's right, you didn't know. I did a tribute to my second oldest brother. He passed away this past Thursday, a year before that.
Mm-hmm.
oh man,
Yeah,
I'm
it's been
sorry.
2 years.
Yes, I did a
Thank you,
tribute for
thank
him.
you.
Yeah, I did a tribute for him a year later this past Thursday. So I know the feeling. So what I'm saying, you got my email. So if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Just give me some time. I get back in touch with
And,
you.
and TS, like I said, if you want to talk to me, you can go to my channel. You can find my IG, you can DM me. We can talk about this because like I said, I understand because I took care of my mother for
Yeah.
practically 5 years, And she got the virus, and then she was in the hospital, and she didn't come out.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours on the brother Jaquel Thomas in the chat. He lost his grandma a month ago.
Yeah, so sorry.
So when it rains and pours, that's what I'm saying. That when
everybody.
So when people saying that, oh, I'm busy, you gotta make time because time do not wait for you, man.
Mm-hmm. And it's an old saying.
Stop saying that, man. I understand we're busy. We gotta make time, man.
Mm-hmm. It's an old saying. My older brother passed. This is gonna be almost 20 years next year.
It stays with you.
Yeah, God don't put no more than on you than you can bear. And you know what? My mother, she raised me to be a strong man. I appreciate her dad. And I learned how to be a man for my uncles and my older brother, my grandfather. And I did that because like I said, that was my woman. I took care of my woman. Anybody else I wouldn't. But brother, I can understand you.
Yeah, I understand. It's hard to say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you like this that I lost my mother 2019 on September 28th. Within a month later, the same year, I lost my younger brother. Then the following week, my cousin-in-law, he lost his father. That is back to back. And 2020 was not a really good year because I lost him. And so for me, it's I'm gonna keep doing what I can to reach out. And these people, they hateful people, they say them things in these spaces, they don't understand. When that time that when you say them things, you got to eat those words. And so what I'm trying to do what's right. It's hard, but I just want to be an example. And it's cool, yeah, we doing content and everything, but my thing is trying to reach out to people more outside, especially us as men. We have to understand that mental health is very important. There's people who want to cap on it. It's not funny, as a 56-year-old black, 56-year-old black man and man of color, that when this comes to this issue, we get clowned on. But the other men who had other nationalities, they get help. We don't get help. And we have to understand, we have to advocate for that. And then, we got to, and so we have to really talk. And sometimes when you talk to that person, you'd be surprised you help them and everything. And also, I'm going to be talking about, getting back, well, I've been talking about disability, but I'm going to talk about more about men on disability too, on families on disability too, because that's really missing too. And so, little by little, now the underrated music talk, I don't know if I'm going to bring it back. It's going to be do one here, one there, because people's not supporting it. So when I got this channel back, by the help of some good people, there's going to be some that y'all see in the past. I'm not going to really pursue because they weren't supporting it. So if the people don't support it, I'm not going to put time in it. So that's the way it is right now. So, like I said, I'm just trying to little by little get it back in it. But there's going to be some things you're not going to see me do for a while. You're not. I'm not doing it.
Underrated. You make me want to cry. We call ourselves. We think about Valerie in a bikini.
Keep it PG.
I can't. I gotta be NC-17 sometimes.
Yeah. Valerie,
yeah. I mean, oh my God, she's 23. TS, you should see her, man. She's 23. She's thick as, oh my God, she won't have
she knows it too. She
Valerie Loretta.
Yeah. I know her. She was with Bellator, wasn't she?
Yeah, and now she's over with WWE now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, this girl is just. Oh, it's just when I saw her, I became a stalker.
Hey, be careful to say that, man.
I know, but I think she's a pretty young girl. She's a great body. You know, she took a setback a while back. She took a loss, but she bounced back.
Oh,
She
but
got
you
a
know
win.
what? Before I close this out, T.S. Boston, what you got? What you got? What you got good for your channel in the future?
I have no idea. I haven't posted, and I think last thing I posted was like a clip like 3 months ago or something. No, I don't really have one really or a plan. I don't know how I'm gonna get on with it.
Yeah.
I'm busy with other stuff.
What TS, let me tell you this. I started my channel because I was dealing with my issues with my mom. And it's a great little bit of therapy to work on something, to have something, you know, and now when she's gone, I'm doing a lot more because now I can focus, you know, on myself a little more. And that's why I do interviews. I reach out. I do talk about stuff. Like I said, like I told the Underrated, I'm planning in a couple of weeks to go to my first professional bodybuilding show. And this is something I always wanted to do. I couldn't do it because either I was two things. I was either working or I didn't have the money. And now I do have the time and the bit of money. I just something I always want to do. So it's good to try to do something, even though with your situation, it's good to try to have an outlet. And sometimes it's hard for us, especially as men, to find people that we can talk to about a situation. If you do have mental health issues, like Underrated said, talk to it, especially in the Black community. We have to realize that we're no different from anybody else. Maybe only difference that separates us is our complexion, our melanin, but our minds, you know, it can be affected by stress, especially dealing with somebody who's your family who's sick. So if you get some help, or even you do something to help you with your mind, it's good for you.
Yeah, and also I do have a if you see it flash on the screen, I do got a cash app. It's $ capital JT 53000. Also, I've got my PayPal back. It's all in caps. PayPal.me/JT Black 53. That's my PayPal. So anybody that wants to donate, feel free. That'd be greatly appreciated. Or if you don't have the finance, you can share this out. It's all free. You can share this out. Hit the bell.
Well, but they wait for me on first of the month. I'm about broke.
I want your money. Let me stop it.
You're gonna take it and I give it to you. And
I
you
said no
want it.
problem. No, no, you know, but I'm just saying that just give me some time, y'all. And oh yeah, I do chop ups too. Let me explain before I close out. A chop up is not an interview. A chop up means that we both have conversation. I'm gonna ask you questions, but I also want you to ask me questions about myself. And we having a basic conversation. So it's not an interview, it's a chop ups. I've been doing chop ups lately too. And I know people say, "Oh, what's chop up?" You, I explain it. The only way I do a chop up if I know you. If I don't know you, I'm not doing no chop up. I'm just letting you know right now. So, but chop up means that also you can ask me questions too. You will be the main guest, but I want you to ask questions about me. Engage. That's what I'm encouraged. Engage. So, on behalf of my channel, the Underrated Doctors, yours truly, the #1 grinder, aka BK Blackboard, also aka the Underrated one of the best kept secrets on YouTube, the best of the business. Better believe that. Better believe that. I've been doing this for a long time. Nah, I'm all that plus more. And also, I want you to please check out TS Boxes. Subscribe to TS Boxes. Subscribe to SA Gotcha, and also all George page. Please subscribe to these brothers, and even in the ones in the chat, subscribe to each other and aid and encourage. Aid and encourage. Very important. We gotta support each other. We gotta support each other, and we gotta be consistent because it's all about winning. It's all about winning. So have a blessed night, y'all. This is the last of the Underrated MMA Sports Talk number 40. And hope to see you soon. Much blessings to y'all. Good night. This one is Ghost.
Peace and love, everybody.
Peace.